Hi, I'm Anna. Guys, let's have a serious conversation. Let's talk about the items, about the itemization in Diablo 4. Yeah, today, together with Chat, we are filming the video about the itemization in Diablo 4. Well, your character in Diablo 4 gonna be wearing, well, items. How many items? Which items they're gonna be? There will be helm, chest armor, gloves, pants, boots, one amulet, two rings, and some amount of weapons. Why I'm saying some? Because necromancer, druid, sorcerer is gonna have two weapon slots, so a weapon and offhand, and barbarian gonna have four weapon slots, and rogue gonna have three weapon slots. So it's interesting. So in total, your character will have 10 items standardly, or 11 or 12 if accidentally you're playing rogue or barbarian. There are different types of items in Diablo 4. Normal white items, magic blue items, rare yellow items, legendary brownish kind of red items, unique items also gonna be there. They have the color, they have kind of gold color. And there also will be sacred and ancestral items, but we haven't seen them like ever so far, so we don't know exactly how they're gonna look in the game. Normal items are white items, and they are, well, they are boring. That's the first items that you find in the game when you're just starting, when you have a brand new character, and you are equipping those items just not to be naked. They don't have that many stats. They are, yeah, boring. The next type of items that you will find in the game, and so the higher rank of items, it will be magic items. It will be blue items, and they have more stats, they're more powerful, even though they're not super duper powerful. But they have kinda nice mechanic. They can be rolled with the highest stat possible. So they have one or two stats normally, but this stat is rolled with the highest amount, with the highest strength, with the highest percentage, or something like this, which is opening a unique opportunity if accidentally you're building a character, and for this character you need just this stat. You want to max out just this stat, some particular damage type, for example. You can theoretically even use magic items in some slots if you got a godly magic item with this particular stat being really high. But how often this will be the case that you need only one stats to be really high? This is, well, a good question. How often we'll be actually using it in the game? But, well, in theory, this is just a nice feature about the magic items. The next item type that you will find in the game will be rare items. You will be starting from something from level 10, you will start finding rare items, yellow items. And they are already actually stunning. They have a lot of stats, they have primary stats, they have secondary stats, and yeah, there's a lot of different things. And a lot of things here are rolled randomly. And guys, after you started finding the rare items, you are also starting finding the legendary items. And the legendary items, this is the core of Diablo game. Yeah, we are grinding, we're searching for the legendary items. The most beautiful, the most up-to-date image of a legendary item we got from the developer update, recent developer updates, and let me show it to you. Here it is. Here we have it. It's a legendary stuff. It's a legendary weapon. Here you can see again the primary stats on the weapon. You can see the secondary stats on the weapon. I will also move a little bit. In the primary stats, we have here damage per second, and damage per second includes damage per hit and attacks per second, and these things, damage per second, damage per hit, attacks per second, they will appear on absolutely every weapon. Doesn't matter which weapon type, doesn't matter which weapon it is at all, this will appear on every weapon, and it will appear on a rare weapon, it will appear on a legendary weapon, always. Here you can see the range. It depends on the quality of the weapon, depends how lucky you are, and depends on the type of the weapon. These numbers will be different. How powerful this weapon is, how much damage per second, how much damage per hit, how much attacks per second you are doing. This is determining how quick your weapon is, how much damage you will be dealing. And on all your weapons you have this damage per second stat, it's always there. On all your other items, on all your armor, you have, well, armor stat, it's always there. On your jewelries currently you don't have the armor stat, but you have them most of the time in your primary skills. On your rings and amulets you will have there some resistances, not particular resistances, again they are randomly rolled, but well, usually there are some resistances. All the other stats on this weapon, damage to ground control, and all the stats that are here, all the stats that you see here with the romp, with this symbol close to the stat, all of them will be rolled randomly on your items. So which means that there is no like logic, there are no rules here, what you will get here. It's a pure luck. The only kind of logical thing here about the stats that can drop on your item, that you can get on your item, is that if it's a weapon, well, you will get some stats that are connected with damage. For example, increased damage, critical strike damage, basic skill damage increase, more damage to slowed enemies. You will get more stats that are connected with the damage. If it's boots, for example, how here our character is wearing, well, boots, you will be getting the stats connected with the movement. Something, some dodge chance, increased movement speed, increase super duper movement speed. Anyway, stats that are connected with movement. If it's chest armor, there will be most likely the stats that are connected with life, with survivability, with defense, with armor, something like this. But stats are random, rolls are random, the range is random, how much percent you will get here, how many numbers you will get here, all of this is random and all of this can drop. And also the legendary powers on a legendary item, they are not bound to this particular item, they are also rolling randomly, and you can even change the legendary powers. Yeah, you found the legendary item, you can extract the legendary power from this item. This item will be destroyed in the process, and then you can put this legendary power on a different legendary item. It will re-roll the existing legendary power. Why would you do this? Because of the stats. Yeah, you got some legendary item which has absolutely sick stats here, everything is really beautiful and everything how you want, but it has a really dumb legendary power, so you will re-roll the legendary power there. And you can do this not only with a legendary item, you can also do this with a rare item. So you found a rare item with absolutely sick godly stats, it's really really cool, and you can just add their legendary power and it will upgrade the quality of a rare item to the legendary item. Besides this extracting legendary power from items mechanism, you can also use Codex of Powers. Guys, in Diablo 4 you will be able to complete the dungeons and to collect the legendary powers in your Codex of Power and put those legendary powers from the Codex of Power on your items. Wonderful system, occultist, yeah, this beautiful guy, beautiful NPC will be helping you with this. And if you want to know more about the Codex of Power, how this whole system is working, please check out my previous video. I will put the link in the description for you. Can I put the legendary powers on absolutely any item. For example, I have here some crackling energy legendary power. Can I put it on any item that my character has here right now? No, usually you can't. The legendary powers that are connected somehow with damage, yeah, the same logic that's with stats. Legendary powers that are connected with direct damage, that you are dealing more damage, usually they are locked to the damage items. So to a weapon, to offhand, to gloves, because well, it's magnificent, to rings and amulets, because rings and amulets are really powerful. Okay, I have a damage legendary power. Does it matter where I will put it? Will I put it on a weapon? Will I put it on an amulet or on gloves? Where I supposed to allocate it? Guys, there is an interesting and absolutely crazy mechanic actually in Diablo 4. If you will put damage legendary power, so offensive legendary power, if you will put it on 200 weapon, you will increase the effectiveness on your legendary power by 100%. Only on 200 weapon. If you will put it on an amulet, you will increase the effectiveness of this legendary power by 50%. This is absolutely sick, and this is opening a lot of crazy opportunities. For example, guys, there is a wonderful mighty character Barbarian in Diablo 4, and Barbarian can carry at the same time 200 weapons and 100 weapons, and this is insane. So imagine you have, first of all, you have 4 legendary powers on Barbarian, on the Barbarian weapons at the same time, plus 2 of those legendary powers, they have increased by 100% effectiveness. Well, that's gonna be interesting that's really interesting how the developers gonna balance it all in the end, how they're gonna balance this crazy 200 weapons Barbarian with, for example, Sorceress, and Sorceress can wear only 1 200 weapon at a time, and this will cost the Sorceress the offhand slot, so Sorceress can't then equip the offhand here. Well, we will see. Other legendary powers, they also have effectiveness increased on the different slots. Other legendary powers types, yeah, we have offensive, so the legendary powers that are connected with the damage. We have defensive, we have mobility, utility, we have different legendary powers types. And to see where you need to put which legendary power to increase the effectiveness, you are going to the Ancestral website. I will put you the link in the description, and you will be able to see the where you need to put which legendary power, and how you are combining the legendary powers together to achieve the greatest, the mightiest effectiveness on your items. Also, you can't use one legendary power twice. This will not double the effect of the skill. This will not just increase your damage twice. Only one legendary power, this particular legendary power, will be working at a time. From the stats, which stats are really cool? For example, on our items in Diablo 4, you will be able to add plus all stats, plus the numbers to all stats, which are all stats, where they are. Here they are: strength, intelligence, willpower, dexterity. We're putting there plus 24. And also on your items, you will be able to get plus ranks to skills. Like in Diablo 2, you will be able to upgrade your skills to improve, increase the amount of points that you're putting on your skills. And we know the system, we love the system. This is Diablo 2 way. Also, there is damage increase for particular skill type. There is a damage increase for particular damage type also, so to fire damage, to lightning damage, to something like this. There is a lot of damage, different types of damage to ground control enemies. There is a lot of resistances. There is just insane variety, the gigantic pool of stats that can drop, that can be rolled, that you can get on your items. The stats are not locked just on one character. So if here, for example, we can see this is the Sorceress, but not necessarily the Sorceress intelligence based class in terms of Sorceress is getting more sorceress skills are getting more damage from intelligence. So intelligence and sorceress increasing the damage of the skills. But it doesn't mean that in sorceress items that are dropping on the sorceress will have intelligence stats. They will not. They will have also randomly rolled stats, and sorceress also will be getting strength, willpower, and dexterity. And your ultimate goal is min max, and your ultimate goal is achieve this ultimate powerful character with the best stats everywhere. The stats that you're getting on your items, yeah, the majority is rolled randomly and they are not final. Well, you can roll, you can change one of the stats. If you will go to this there guy, Occultist, he has 5 pages, and the page number 5 is called Enchantment. There you can roll, you can change one of the stats on your item. This is the system that's really similar to Mystic that we have in Diablo 3. Yeah, you're always rolling, you're getting 3 choices. One of the choices is the one that you had previously, and you're getting the 2 different options. One of them you can choose, and you can change the stat here, change the stat on your item. This is actually this service on Occultist. It's actually really expensive. First roll is kind of cheap, and the second roll is quite expensive, so it won't be too easy. You won't be able to roll endless amount of you won't have endless amount of tries here to get actually the stat that you want. If you wanna roll multiple times, you will have to farm, to grind a lot to be able to roll the perfect stats there. And now, guys, so what's left there from the items? Now we are going to unique items. Also, in some late levels in the game, you will be able to find uniques that some of them are actually coming from Diablo 2, the Diablo 2 uniques like Shaco, and they will be extremely powerful and they will be extremely rare. And because they are uniques, on uniques you can't roll anything. Uniques are always dropping with the set legendary power. This is the legendary power of this unique. They are also dropping only with the set stats. Particular unique has particular stats. Stats can be rolled in range. So this is not the case that, for example, this particular unit has a basic skill damage increase, but you can have 30% basic skill damage increase, or you can have 40% basic skill damage increase. So the stats are rolling in range, but besides that, it is always set. The legendary power is set and the exact stats are set. And guys, there will be trading in Diablo 4, and what from your items you will be able to trade and what you won't be able to trade. Well, legendary items are tradable. The legendary aspect, so the legendary powers that you are extracting from the legendary powers, from the legendary items, they will be tradable. Uniques are uniques. They are not tradable. They are bound to your character. Besides uniques, we also know that you will be able to find in Diablo 4 sacred and ancestral items, and they also will be insanely powerful. But guys, this is pretty much the only thing that we know about those items. We haven't seen them, they were not published yet, so we pretty much don't have any information about them available in the official blog posts. We just know that they will be there, they will be available on the higher difficulties in the game, and that they will be really powerful and sexy. Currently, the rumors, the drops of information we're getting about those items, we're getting them only from the closed beta, from the people who are saying that they were in the closed beta. So, but the information from the closed beta, it is still under the NDA, and well, this is not official so far. That's why we can't say anything for sure about those items, just that they are coming and they will be nice. The last little touch In Diablo 4, you will be able to upgrade your items. All your items, your weapons, your rings, your chest armor, so your armor, you will be able to upgrade. For weapons and for armor, you're going to the blacksmith and there is a special page for upgrades. Items can have 4 or 5 ranks, and to upgrade your items, you will have to farm some mats in the sanctuary. So far, since we played till level 25 in the content creators beta, it was quite easy to upgrade your items. It was easy to find the mats for it. We will see how it will be on the actual release, but yeah, so far it was easy. For rings and amulets, you're going to the Juwelier and also you're upgrading them. Item upgrades will increase your armor, it will increase your damage, it will increase your protection, different types of items. Guys, on my first thought, when I first saw the items, when I first saw this all crazy system, all the crazy stats, it was quite overwhelming, I must say. Because stats are random and there is a lot of them. There is really a lot of them, and first you look at it and it's quite confusing. But then you, especially if you're, you're starting the game, you just want to rush into the game, just want to kill all the monsters. And to the point, it's actually working. You're just picking up the whatever items. But then eventually you have to stop and you have to see what you're actually wearing, how you're using it, and how you are combining it all together with your skills and with everything. And it is overwhelming because, again, a lot of stats, and at the first look it seems like there is no system at all. But after some time that you spend in your items, with your items, you're starting to understand the system, and in the end game and in the long run, of course, it's giving you a lot of variety. I want to say something, but and of course a lot of choices, and of course a lot of options how to put all together, and you have always this goal. Yeah, you see the goal in front of you, that you need better stats, you need the grind, you need to farm for better items, and it's actually quite interesting, not bad. Thank you so much for watching, chat. Thank you so much for helping, for discovering wild things in the items in Diablo 4. Guys, so leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hope to see you soon in the sanctuary. The ultimate question from chat: will Shaco in Diablo 4 be green? I believe so. It should be green. I forgot! Live video, guys! What do you want? I forgot! Text, wait. No, kidding. Ah! Now cut take number 3.